Good evening, and we're live here with Sips and Software, deep in the CPR studios. This week, we have a special guest with us. Who do we have, Chase? Ooh, I got some feedback. Chase, who do we have live in studio as my guest? Co-host.
Co-host.
It's still a job interview. Let's keep it straight. This is a job interview, so we need your feedback on this. But
who
all that really
better,
matters is mine.
Asher or her?
Who's film ready? Who's camera ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Asher or her? Hairy, ugly Asher or Kelly?
I mean,
nice.
I clean up okay.
Yeah.
I think they both smell the same.
Well, then he must wear Victoria's Secret.
I knew it. I knew it, and we knew it. And
Big Papa Bear. Where you at, Big Papa Bear?
that's just one more key into the grinder puzzle that is
Asher.
Asher. All right. No, Kelly from,
Thought Leaders Marketing and Branding.
yes, a local marketing group in Billings here. Tell me a little bit about your company.
We specialize in social media, online. We basically make our clients the authority of their industry. So we believe in authority marketing, which makes you the expert in your area, no matter what industry you're in. So we focus a lot on content creation, different social media platforms. And that's pretty
Including
much in a
Twitch
nutshell.
now,
Yeah,
apparently.
and Twitch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, this
Here
is
I
a
am.
new horizon. Yes.
Yep.
So you're into all this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Yes. What are most of your clients on? What do you feel like is the best social media platform right now?
It truly depends on your business, honestly.
So like a retail front, just a regular retail front. Most of the time I direct people towards Google reviews in Billings. It seems like to be the most natural thing, but we have other counterparts of our stores who do a lot of Yelp reviews and a lot of Bing results because they ask their iPhone. Your thoughts on that? I mean, do you think Facebook is the best way? We used to be on Facebook as a live. A lot of people know. Now we're doing this on Twitch and YouTube, if you want to follow, like and subscribe. But, we can't, it's all over the place with young kids, old kids, millennials, old people. I mean, what do you find the best platform to get yourself out there is?
I think for you guys,
Yeah.
specifically your industry.
Yeah, exactly.
I would say for sure Instagram, just because your demographic is younger.
Yep.
Because technology. You guys are a tech company.
I knew that was going to be the
obviously.
answer.
So, excuse me, Instagram for sure. I think you definitely need a Facebook page, and you need to keep it current just for the sake of having, because Facebook always pops up when you Google a business. It's one of the top listings unless you really know your SEO.
Right.
So they just click on it, takes you right to their Facebook page. So you need one just to have your location and reviews and stay current.
Yeah, I kind of think Facebook is kind of like the white pages of today, where like I always get asked, every year people, the salesmen come and they ask, would you like white pages? And I'm like, no, that's stupid. I'm not wasting my money on that. And I'm sorry. And it's hard being a salesman out there, but guess what? It's not worth it. But now I'm finding that Facebook is kind of like the blandest place you want to be. You kind of want it to be pretty brand neutral on there. But another one of my texts, one of the younger guys, was like, why aren't we on Snapchat?
Snapchat would be
what's
a good
his
one.
face? The guy who owns
Tops.
food.
Tucker.
Yeah, Tucker. Yeah, he does really good. He always comes up on Snapchat. And I thought that was really good, but in my head as a business owner, I'm thinking, like, is that, I mean, it's cool.
Yeah.
But is it worth it? I mean, do you think it drives people to you, or is it more like a top of the mind thing where it's like, you know what, every time I'm hungry, I just want them to think sandwich, and then I want them to think Tops?
Yep.
Because that's why I think with like food, it's like, I want pizza, and then we pick our favorite pizza or whatever. I mean, do you see any value in Snapchat or?
I think you're right. It's absolutely top of mind awareness. So you could, and it'd be, someone doing your marketing and putting stuff on Snapchat consistently and filming that content or taking pictures or whatever you put. But yeah, top of mind, because I think for Snapchat especially, it's way too hard to track the rate of return.
Yeah, holy shit, it is.
It's basically
Yeah.
impossible. So
Right.
it's just another added platform just so you have top of mind awareness across the board.
But that's no different than like paying for a like a radio station or
Yeah.
a TV ad.
Yep.
You can't really be sure unless you're directly asking each customer as they come in.
Yeah.
And then you have to be 100% sure that that's why they came here and it wasn't because they drove by you 100 times and the
Yeah.
ad was finally
Yep.
the thing that pushed you over. God, it's just a brave new world out there.
What a time to be alive.
Yeah, yeah. Well, this episode of Sips and Software I wish would be brought to you by White Claw, but it is brought to you by CPR. So if you need your cell phones fixed or anything, stop by CPR and we'll get you taken care of. So, Kelly, are you ready to dip into the?
Let's go for it.
Let's dip into the topic
let's give
train.
it a go.
So
Yeah,
we
here
have
we
a
go.
we have a couple big stories for the week.
Okay.
Chase, start us off. Which one did we have first? Right over my. Not gonna be the producer.
No,
Not gonna produce.
Not tonight.
not tonight.
Why?
No producing.
What show? What? All right, here's one for you. One of my favorite people in the world, Elon Musk.
Alon. I thought his name was pronounced Alon.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
Diving right in.
Okay, so Elon Musk would step down. He doesn't have to step down as the CEO of Tesla, one of the largest companies out there. Keep in mind, Tesla has never turned a profit, but yet they're the first company that may land on Mars, which is a huge achievement. Elon Musk was recently in the news for being on the Joe Rogan podcast for smoking a little bit of weed on camera. The stock price sank about 6%. The SEC is now fining him, though, not for that, for something else. He tweeted out that he had a private investor that was going to buy the stock at a fixed price, and then that caused people to buy and sell at a certain share, thinking they would make money because the company was going to go private. Well, it turns out he didn't have these investors actually secured, and guess what? The SEC is fining him and his company $20 million apiece, and he had to sign a contract saying he is not reelectable as the CEO of the company. So
this dude,
as somebody who knows marketing and everything, he did two things. One, he smoked weed on camera, and two, he tweeted out something that is kind of fake news. So, like, do we just take smart people's Twitter away, or what do we do here? Like,
I don't know. Trump tweets are pretty great.
yeah, and they're official White House correspondence
They
now,
are.
as deemed by the Supreme Court. So they're official feeds, just like
Yeah.
we originally got radio feeds. So that's true. I mean, say he hires you. You're kind of in damage control, I would
I
guess.
see that. I feel like that's more of a PR job.
Yeah.
Like public relations for sure. That's PR.
But isn't it the
Damage.
same?
I mean,
Yeah.
Isn't it the
not
same
saying I
thing,
can't
though?
also do PR because branding is part of what I
Isn't
specialize
it kind
in.
of all the same thing?
You know, I think here's the thing: anyone that is in any sort of leadership position is given a megaphone, and all of your fans are given binoculars. So
Oh, that's a good
yeah.
metaphor.
So
I
that's
like
how-
that.
That's
I
how
like
I
that.
think of anyone in leadership, and I think
like that.
as a leader or someone in any sort of management or power position, you need to be smart about what you post and what you don't post. Like, there's just some things that walk
But what
the
if you're a
line,
genius
and
and you don't give a shit?
I mean, if that's your attitude and you don't care about the fallout, then you do you.
He's
But
still the CEO. He can't for free. I know
yeah.
he's... Yeah.
So I think people in those positions just need to be smarter and think through maybe what
How can
they
you be
should
smarter
post.
than Elon Musk?
I mean, honestly.
Hey, Chase, do we have a picture
Chase,
of his
what's-
girlfriend?
what's your opinion on that?
Can we bring up his picture of his girlfriend, Grimes? Let's bring up a picture of his girlfriend, Grimes,
Give me
Okay.
a second here.
and then we're gonna also possibly play a YouTube. If it looks on YouTube, we could play that video. She is an alternative lady, and she has some interesting views on some things as well. So gives you kind of the mind of Elon Musk.
Okay.
But
I'm ready for it.
the real question is, I mean, he's beholden to his shareholders now. So kind of what you're saying is maybe he should step down maybe as the CEO, still be like the majority stockholder of the company, still be able to do some things.
She looks like a fairy
Yeah, she that's the most normal picture I've ever seen of her.
Let me find something else here.
Yeah.
Straight up just stepped out of Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah. She's Elvin. Elfine? Elvin.
Yeah. Let's go with that.
Is that the only time she's out on camera?
They pretty much scrubbed her from the internet. That's a conspiracy theory that we could play off on the after hours
So
show.
her first, I'm going to give you the full
reals.
search here. Look at this.
Mm-hmm.
This first
Elon Musk
search is
controls
all from the same thing.
Elon Musk controls a direct conduit to a lot of the internet pipelines. He can control a lot of things with his access.
So my Google search
So he's
here-
purposely doing these weird things on the internet. That's what I'm saying.
Well, look
What
at that search. I mean, take a look at that search. That's a very generic
It looks altered.
search.
It looks altered. I agree with you.
That's crazy.
Mm. What do you think about people being able to alter search results like that?
I think
Isn't
if
that
you
crazy? That's pretty weird. Because
Yeah.
I mean,
What's
Chase
the
and I
word?
work.
Hold on a second. Allegedly alter search
allegedly.
I didn't say
Yes.
he was. I said it looks like it's altered.
No, you said, what do you think about people being able to
Alter?
Allegedly alter.
Yes.
I think that's a hypothetical question.
No.
I mean,
This is the real fake news.
this
And
is the real fake news.
You are under oath, ma'am. You will answer the questions, and the truth will come to light.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go with that.
What?
Read me
Okay,
my
so
rights.
Elon Musk is a weirdo. We can agree on that.
We
Next
can
story.
agree on that.
The next story, Chase.
I want to go trick or treating.
Oh, my daughter loves trick or treating. Do you have any costume ideas,
I do not.
Chase?
I might have one.
Might have one. Okay.
Take a look at
We're
this.
trying to save some money, and maybe we could have a costume idea. Is there anything my wife could make? Maybe. Oh, the Predator. The Predator.
Pass on this costume.
I.
Mean pass.
On to next topic. Next topic.
Here's
So, this person obviously is getting a lot of traction on the internet. Smart person.
10 out of 10 for creativity and
Right.
also talents, crochet talents.
Plus warmth.
I love this grandma.
Survivability.
This grandma right here. This grandma is the best grandma
This grandma
ever.
wins the
It was a
internet.
grandma.
Yeah. Well, yes.
We're
I'm
gonna
gonna say
assume-
yes.
Let's assume it was a grandma. A really
Either,
cool.
either that or a
hip
creepy guy in
grandma.
prison. I'm hoping it's the grandma part.
Grandma.
Just a real good crochetist.
Yeah.
I
Grandmas.
recently found out one of my high school classmates goes by Happy Hooker
Okay.
on Twitter, and I didn't know that for years. It's because she crochets.
Oh, I
'Cause,
was going to ask
Bob and
if
Hook.
she was an exotic dancer.
I know, that's where I went, and I was totally wrong.
Okay.
And I mischaracterized her based on her
now
Twitter
we know.
handle. So that
See,
was
that's again back to that PR.
exactly,
Before-
exactly,
Give me a
Kelly.
second here, guys. I think I got a video of this costume in action.
type
Oh,
in
maybe
lines.
let's not watch that.
Oh, come on. How can you not want to watch this little kid?
Guys, I don't
I mean,
like
this is the cutest little
Halloween.
kid in the world. And
Sit
it's all-
back, relax, have a White Claw, have an Uber brew.
Watch this kid. Look here. Look at him.
Okay.
Or her.
Z.
Oh, look at. Oh, the head's just down.
If that came right to my doorway, I would probably drop kick it.
The cool thing about that is that kid's going to be able to wear that all winter. Like it's not just a Halloween costume.
Yeah, true.
You're going to be
It's a snowsuit.
Christmas caroling in
Right.
that, and he's going to be going Thanksgiving, Black Friday shopping.
Yeah.
Honestly, best Halloween costume ever. Ever.
Ever.
I had a
Ever.
Ever.
Okay.
Ever. This
Okay.
crocheted. Just because it's crocheted, that's the only reason it makes it ever. Someone took the time
these
to
bold
crochet this
statements
thing.
are not backed up.
Fake news.
They're backed up by me. I will certify these statements, God damn it, all the way through.
Hashtag fake
you're-
news.
Hashtag real fake news. Real fake news. Okay, so we can both agree that person's talented. Hours,
Yes.
hours, Chase?
Painstakingly
Chase, how many hours?
Crocheted.
100 hours made?
did her fingers bleed.
Labor hours, 100?
I think that might be something you hire a convict to do, someone who is actually serving time. You send them the instructions, and then you say, hey, crochet this for me. Because
Their time is
hundreds-
worthless?
Not hundreds of hours. I'm going to call it 100 hours.
Hundreds of hours.
100.
Are
100.
we making guesses?
Yeah.
Yes.
How long did it take to make that?
100 hours.
100 hours.
Yeah.
So at $10 an hour, I could pay somebody $100 to make that.
Yeah.
Come on, Chase. This is that's the best costume ever.
Maybe
it costs $100.
Hey, maybe she ordered it from China for $100. We don't know.
Yeah, it still costs
Maybe
$100.
Etsy.
Look at that. I mean, look at that costume. I mean, look at the detail. I mean, look at honestly, look at the crochet. All
I
the
want
way
a
through.
transformer. I want a moving car. I want my daughter to be able to fold into Bumblebee and be able to drive down the
Yes.
street.
See, that's the separation right there. I see something.
I want
that
her to
is
be
actually
Iron Man and she
handmade.
can go and fly down the street.
No, shut up. Now you're just
Spider-Man,
making-
maybe?
Now you're incorporating someone to build something for your daughter to fucking. Her grandma or his grandma lovingly made this for him, and she made it.
Well, she does not value
absolutely-
her time, and all human beings value their time. And I think she should be paid
awesome.
for.
Maybe she's retired, so that is literally her job.
She still deserves a paycheck.
She did a good job and saved up in her 401k, and now she literally gets paid to sit home and crochet.
I'll be honest with you. Now I'm looking a little bit closer at the actual
always
work
thinking outside
on the
the
crochet. It does look like it has been used. Some child labor has been used.
See?
You look
I
at the
told
belt
you.
right down there. That
I
looks-
kind of thought
that
it was a
looks like
Jack Sparrow costume with a predator mask. They look like
I mean-
they look like dreadlocks.
Pirate
It
aliens?
looks like a
that's
pirate.
What Predator has. Predator
Yeah.
has dreadlocks.
I
What do you-
know, but they're part of his bionic anatomy. They're not. They're not hair.
I feel like I could be down for pirate aliens.
It could be both. That's true.
Yeah.
Predator aliens.
Yeah.
Praliens.
So you guys keep going on this because we got to get that. There's actually a new Predator movie coming out. Have you seen this?
No.
Yeah, I do know a lot about this Predator movie.
Okay, give me a second here. We're gonna pull the trailer real quick and we'll
Okay.
take a look at it.
Okay.
Okay, so here's a marketing question for you. All these movies are being. There used to be remakes, and then there were sequels, and now they're on like elongated storylines. This new Predator movie is literally a sequel to like the first one, and the new Halloween movie coming out
Yeah.
is a sequel to the first one, even though Jamie Lee Curtis has been in other Halloween movies.
I love that. So I heard that argument this morning on.
And it's
morning
like
on
a
Dan
new
Le Batard
trend
show.
where it's like everybody
Fuck, disregard it. It's bullshit.
It's just super
That's
weird.
How Chase feels about that.
That's super weird. You like it, but is it weird?
No.
It's not weird.
So
Jamie Lee Curtis has been in
So how do you take
five sequels of that movie?
So
and they're
what,
gonna
what,
be
what do
like,
we what do we
Halloween
always say
2.
about sequels? Here's my argument. What do we always say about sequels? Most sequels suck. So we've got to see how these actual
Rocky,
sequels suck.
Star Wars,
Yeah.
Indiana Jones,
All
Back to the
sucked.
Future?
What? the
Sequels suck.
Halloween's, the Friday the
Panelist.
13th got stupid. I mean, we're talking the horror genre because that's what we're looking at right now.
Yeah.
They all got stupid. They all got ridiculous. They all went fucking this way or that.
Oh, we need to have a
Let's-
Halloween
let's fucking
episode.
rewind it. Let's go. Let's take a page from Marvel or DC and let's go alternate you. Why can't we do that?
That's the point. That's why I enjoy them. It's not like they're gonna shut up and take my money. I get it.
Yeah.
I'm just upset
Let's-
about it.
Speaking of taking our money, let's order those costumes
let's
for
see
Halloween.
why they're taking our money.
Oh,
For
we should.
Halloween.
So
Do they make them in adult sizes?
you're not an adult size.
Like what?
Child large, I can pull off.
There's a few phone books under there, folks. Movie magic. Movie magic. So, The Predator is a continuation of the old Predator movies coming out. Fun fact. Remember Gary Busey?
Oh yeah. Gary.
Jake Busey is in this movie as his son. Literally the character's son.
Wait, here we go.
So that's pretty
We're
interesting.
gonna watch it right now.
You can't.
May we have a word?
Let me guess. He's done something crazy.
There's Busey.
Show me again, I'm gonna break your neck. Welcome to the
Crazy
movie
that
bus.
reaction video.
Nebraska Williams. That's Coyle. That's Lynch. Whitworks.
Yeah.
Why are you
Guys,
here?
I'll tell them who they
I
are.
don't think you believe me.
Oh, we got a predator ship crashing.
I have
These guys are on a
Space
prison
Alien.
bus. It's gonna be just like the first. Oh, there's what's his name?
Oh, it is!
There's
Yeah!
Keys.
It is! I love that guy.
Oh shit, this looks good.
Aaron.
Killed my man.
Oh, this looks really good.
What's her face? The super hot chick. Olivia Munn. Olivia Munn is in this show, and she is super hot.
Weakness. Tracks its prey.
In this movie,
Like a game.
Yeah, she's like comic book
Enjoy
character
it.
hot.
You're just not a predator.
There she
There.
is.
Okay,
Well, we
got
took a
you.
vote. Predator's cooler, right?
See it.
Fuck yeah.
Do you have a plan? Ex-sniper with PTSD and a team that's mental? You're insane, right?
Gentlemen, they're large. They're
So
fast.
they're
fucking you up
they're
to the idea of
actually,
tourism.
Figured
something out. I think we're gonna die.
So it's kind of like how
out.
Alien 3
think it
was
was
on a
100.
prison planet where they
Most
fought
dogs
all the
wouldn't.
convicts. It's kind of like that. They're fighting badass. They're fighting. In this, yeah. Okay.
Alien Predator stuff. So that's just not happening. They did a movie together after.
Well, if you want to get super nerdy about it, the Alien 3 happened in like 2483. It's very well in the movie. They say in Alien 3 what year it is. So the Predator's happening. They both happen in the same universe. It's just we're only in this timeline.
Yeah, and that universe just got scrubbed because we're now in this time.
No, it's the future. The future has not been written.
yes,
The
it
future
has.
is
Come
now.
on.
It is.
Wow.
What? This is the same universe.
Yeah.
Awesome movie. That trailer sold me right there.
Done. You're gonna go see
Look
it.
up
Yes.
look up the Halloween trailer. Okay, so remember a few years ago, this is way off topic, but this is what people want to hear. Obviously, me talk.
Obviously.
So the Halloween movies are coming out. Remember Rob Zombie's?
I don't watch scary movies, so no.
Okay, you know who Rob Zombie is?
Yeah.
He put out 2 Halloween movies in which Michael Myers was not just the silent killer, he was a brutal fucking crazy son of a bitch where he beat people to death bludgeoningly.
Okay, that sounds scary.
Now they're going back to a sequel. Like I said, it's the 1977 sequel. John Carpenter. They get the same guy to do the music and everything that won an Oscar. The first horror movie I think to win an Oscar. And they got Jamie Lee Curtis back.
This already looks too scary for me.
Too scary.
Too scary.
You know what was a scary movie?
Kind of a weenie about movies.
You ever
Scary
seen Paranormal
movies.
Activity?
No. I would not
Oh.
sleep for months.
Turn.
I would not sleep for months.
Yeah, you can't be scared with him in the room.
Here we go.
It was Attack the Ugliest.
I've waited for him.
Pass already.
So everybody in the world knows the story of what happened that Halloween night.
Innocent teenagers on a Halloween
And in that world, these
We're
people
gonna
are
stop. What happened that Halloween night?
in 1978.
I don't know, 'cause I've
Michael
never seen
Myers came and killed the entire Stroud family
He was shot.
and was killing all the babysitters in the neighborhood to kill Laurie Strode. Strode.
What?
I'm so confused.
Yeah, I am too. So please.
She was the. I haven't seen it in a long time. Let's watch. I wasn't trying to interrupt.
I've waited for him.
Testing 1, 2, 3. We're on.
We're here to investigate a patient that killed 3 innocent teenagers on a Halloween in 1978.
Incidentally, these people are doing what we're doing. They're
He was
creating a
shot by his own
YouTube video.
psychiatrist and taken into custody that
How
night.
meta is that? It's
And
pretty
he spent the
meta.
last 40 years in captivity.
Oh,
Hello, Michael.
by the way, the new Halloween is made by Danny
have something you might
McBride.
like to
Eastbound
see.
and Down, Pineapple Express. Seen those movies?
I've seen.
Yes.
Just get them all to freak out.
Some sort. Yep. They're trying to see what the hell. They want to interview him or
Is it a
something.
sequel? Or
Yeah, it's a.
prequel?
That's
mean,
the
your grandmother
question. What do
is
you
Laurie
call it? For
Strode.
reals. So people are
almost
calling
murdered.
it
Wasn't it her
a sequel,
brother
but it
who
really
murdered
doesn't
all
have a
those
name. It's not a
babysitters?
remake.
No, it was not her brother.
It's not
That's
a
something that people made up.
prequel. It's not an
just the little
ultraverse.
I pray
It's like
every
an
night
it's like an alternate.
that he would escape.
Look at Jamie Lee Curtis. Look how fucking
What the
rough
hell
she
did
looks.
you do that for?
So I can kill
Oh
him.
yeah, she looks old AF.
So I can kill him. She is fucking rough.
It's getting a lot of okay. So John Carpenter, who made the original, is the executive producer,
The bus crashed.
Mom, what bus
and
crash?
it's getting a lot
Bus
of.
crashed with all them crazies. They're all loose.
Oh,
Oh, that's what it is. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
All his
Excuse me, somebody's
disciples.
in here.
Hello?
And he has to steal the mechanic's uniform again, and he has to get his mask back, just like in the first.
Oh, he pulled out with his teeth. Oh no!
They're back to showing less, but making it scarier. Incidentally,
He's waiting for
the feminists are happy.
He's
about
waiting
this
for me.
movie.
I've waited for him.
I think you can shoot a gun just as good as a man, but
I think better.
You don't believe in the boogeyman?
statistically,
This ain't good.
oh, I'm gonna
me
go to
up.
this.
You
This is
should
coming out in like a week or two.
Close
I'm
to
going to
5
this.
months.
I'm very excited. Month? Is it Halloween Day?
It's October 2nd. Didn't it say it came out on Halloween? Maybe I made that up.
Oh shit!
Oh, I'd be
yeah,
very
yeah.
excited if this came out
man.
on Halloween.
Maybe the week before, week of.
Man,
When does it come out, Chase?
I don't care.
Ah,
We're not seeing it. So
yes, we
don't
are.
Care.
We're gonna go live there.
No,
We're gonna go
Hey,
live.
we're gonna stream Cody through this thing, and we're so like
We
a
went
day
live.
after-
We went live with the Star Wars one time, and this year we know Gabriel, so maybe we should go to the. We should do a live Star Wars one too. We could do all seasons.
Okay.
Kelly, what if we need to hire a PR person? What company should we hire?
Probably the thought leaders,
Oh.
marketing and branding.
Where would we go to find that information?
Right to me, right to the website, right to the Facebook page, right to the Instagram. We're
And it-
everywhere.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And I'll link it to the chat group too. Actually, there you go. You can write it out.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. Your Facebook page. Next story. This is the third one. What?
Send it to me in the group. No.
Oh yeah, that's a better idea.
Yeah. So
Well, yeah, we'll do. Why am I doing it now? We'll do it later.
Well, because maybe I had too many White Claws,
Maybe
and I thought it was a
that's
good idea.
why. That's when my best ideas come is after White Claws.
See, exactly. She's already helping me. She's already paying for herself.
See?
Did you get my
we
invoice?
need to hold on a second here. There may be an emergency.
Sorry that
tomorrow.
rubber check bounced.
Hey,
an
there's
Get
an
it?
Hey,
There's
there's
an
an
emergency?
emergency tomorrow.
Oh, there is an emergency tomorrow.
Dude, you need to get to this. This is important.
This is important fake news. Real fake news.
This is an alert. This is a broadcast brought to you by Trump and his administration. Please do not panic. The federal government is just conducting a test. This is only a test. Boop, boop, boop. I suggest this Trump test be called officially the Trump test. Yes, you heard me right. There's going to be an official alert going out through pretty much every carrier. iPhones, main Samsungs will work. AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, Sprint, Straight Talk, Cricket, Metro PCS, and Boost, I think, all of them have signed on to do the official alert notification system. So if you've ever seen an Amber Alert on your phone, which most people have, this will be just like that. But in case of like the hurricane or whatever, just to be sure that everybody else can see this, I think this is going to get bad PR. Just
Yes.
because Trump is going to do it.
Yeah, it's
However,
just-
I think this is a good
100%
idea.
right. That's going to be the problem with this. I think this is a great idea. The whole problem with this is going to be because who it's coming from. People are going to see that. They're going to see presidential alert, and they're going to say, what the fuck is this? That's bullshit that I'm getting some of this, and there's going to be an issue over it.
Kelly, as a person of the people, do you think their reaction is going to be bitchy about this? I suspect it will.
Yeah, I mean, I think it depends on what's.
I think people are going to be unreasonable
party.
about this.
Yeah.
This is going to be annoying because this is obviously a good thing and obviously something that like when nobody ever heard of the I don't know who was president when the Amber Alerts came out.
I don't either.
It was
Chase. Tell us.
I mean, they were probably Bush 2001 to 2008, but I mean, nobody I mean, that's not a thing that was attached to Bush or Obama. I mean, I think it's a good thing. It's just using technology.
Yeah.
So, but it's all over. It's all over Threads, Reddit, this and that, as being a bad thing. Do you find? I mean, alerts.
Who was president in '96? Are you fucking kidding me?
Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton. William Jefferson Clinton.
Amber Alert was in 1996.
Okay, Bill.
My children have been safe since then.
Yeah, it was Bill.
Thanks, William.
How old were you in '96?
I was 10.
So you were safe at the time. You got safer because of Bill.
I did. I also did the child fine. That was a Montana thing. A local thing, I think, was better, where every local could get their fingerprints and their pictures taken.
That's terrible because now the government has that information. They've
I
always had
willingly,
that information.
I send samples of my DNA to every department of the federal government every month.
Really?
Yeah, and I'd
You
say,
really
please
do that?
categorize me.
Okay.
Department of the Treasury, the Library of Congress.
Why?
So they can document me for posterity.
No one's
That makes
ever.
it, what the
shown-
fuck does that mean?
If they ever want to clone me in the future, if they ever want to
damn.
say a resident from Billings, Montana thought this at this time, they would have samples of my DNA that they could go back and reconstruct.
I'm going to strongly urge the U.S. government to take all of them samples and destroy them. Every last one of them, please.
I feel like I'm surprised men in suits have not shown up on your doorstep yet for sending your hair to them.
Oh, I didn't say.
Consistently.
I didn't specifically say hair.
Spit. What? Like what? Do you like?
said
He
he
swabs his cheek and then
he said DNA.
Okay,
Let-
I was
just
trying.
DNA.
No, I got it. I was trying to redirect, but okay.
Subtext?
Okay.
We're
Okay.
Subtext?
We were reading, but everyone was reading.
Come
between the lines.
on.
We're good.
Read between the
We're
lines.
good.
All right. So that's a good
I
thing.
knew.
That's a good thing that these alerts are going out.
Yeah.
I can't say of any, but it's Montana. I guess maybe when
I mean-
Yellowstone finally blows up.
It won't matter.
How many nuclear silos do we have up there?
Yeah, but again,
bunch.
that doesn't matter.
A bunch.
If a nuclear bomb's incoming, you're gonna have 20 minutes. That's it. Or whatever it is
I
now,
think it's
maybe an hour.
seconds till you're vaporized. We'd be in the vaporization zone.
No, I mean, but our alert systems,
Oh.
we can detect it. Like,
Where are we gonna go?
yeah, exactly.
What are we
So
gonna
how
do?
long
Yeah, if you had an hour to live, where the hell are you
What
gonna
are,
go?
what are you gonna do?
No.
Like
Who are you gonna
Anarchy.
do? Is the real question.
Anarchy.
Who are you gonna do?
anarchy for sure.
Exactly. The answer is
See,
yourself.
I'm not saying commit crimes like you are. I'm just saying anarchy.
When did did you commit a crime while we've been here?
No,
missed that.
my things were sexual. My jokes were sexual in the last 20 minutes. They weren't crime related. They were all consensual.
Yeah.
Sexual.
All right. See, I
jokes.
wasn't getting the consensual part of that.
Too far.
That's very Freudian. Moving on to the
Okay,
next thing.
okay.
We can agree that alerts are good. Good. I
Okay,
like that.
good.
Thank
Alerts
you,
are
Trump.
good.
We can agree. Do we have our sound panel, Chase, still?
I don't. I didn't bring them up tonight. That is one thing I forgot to bring up was our live studio audience.
Completely off topic, but I have to mention it. This morning on the radio 95.5, Aaron in the morning, he was beta testing out his remote on 95.5 news talk radio here in Billings. He was testing out his remote stuff, and I just thought it was interesting that he was telling the audience.
What do you mean remote stuff? Explain remote.
He was on a remote location.
Okay.
Doing his broadcast and taking calls.
Oh.
And
Okay.
so he, like, basically, the reason I know this is because he said, hey, we're on a remote thing. Let me know if the calls are coming in good and this and that. And he was communicating actively with his audience. And I thought, wow, that, like, you would think that would be unprofessional, but it wasn't,
Yeah.
you know, by the way he was doing it. So, yeah, it was interesting when you were. So, side topic,
Okay.
Chase. If we don't have something, we're just, it's the new way things are.
There you go.
Well, you know,
You say, fuck it.
All I'm going to say is what he
We're
should
gonna
have
do
been
it.
talking about this morning is he should have been talking about the minimum wage because people are not getting paid enough.
Okay.
And I think Amazon is taking the right step to get people paid.
Okay. You wanna weigh
I
in on
disagree. Jeff Bezos is a communist and should be deported. No, actually, Amazon. So, a little bit of backstory to this. Amazon has been, Jeff Bezos, the richest man in the world, has been criticized, and actually Bernie Sanders is trying to put a bill through the the Senate right now called the Bernie bill that would tax companies like Amazon until they paid their people $15 an hour, so basically forcing them to do it. But
So what happened to capitalism, free economy?
Oh.
right, that's the point. So what is their real world market value without government subsidies? Well, Amazon, public pressure, figured out a way to pay their pay their employees $15 an hour without having to have the government come in. So I think that's a good thing. I think a lot of people do and are more working for Amazon, so this can only be a good thing for them.
How does this affect the postage thing with Amazon?
So Amazon, from what I know, from what I've read, is that Amazon is still trying to create their own, like FedEx and UPS and their own delivery service.
Until that time, they're still paying the USPS, and they're still, in some opinions, underpaying them. Does this raising the minimum wage and not being able to drink a White Claw like a normal human being, along with...
All right. I was really into your point. No. What were you saying?
So does one have an effect on the other? I mean, in the U.S. government's eyes here, I mean, you're raising it up, and you're doing something for the people here. Are we going to give you a break?
Don't get distracted. This is all a test of your intellect.
No, it is. Are they going to give a break on the U.S. posting? Because that is a big point of contention with today's administration, at the amount of postage that Amazon gets from the USPS. The amount of
Amazon did what it needed to do. It caved to public pressure and it raised prices, it raised wages. It didn't need to raise prices. People know that Amazon's been kind of making money for a long time, but they consider the service good anyways. But now I think the executives really squeezed their profits, because honestly, it was, I mean, I think their average was something like $12 or $13 an hour. It wasn't that much more.
I'm going to back up, and so this is insist with that. I understand the money thing, and they're paying people better. My question is, another thing we've talked about on the show recently is Amazon and the U.S. government using USPS to ship things, and they're severely underpaying USPS, which is also a government-funded thing that is losing money.
Yeah, right. That's why. You're right. I agree. So USPS is subsidized by the federal government.
Yes,
the Postmaster General is appointed by the president. Yeah. So yes. But that's why Amazon is trying to create its own. Lost in the government bureaucracy, when you hire somebody like USPS, you end up costing yourself more money. So that's why they're trying to create their own thing. I think they will be able to see. Amazon didn't want to do it yet. Amazon was going to raise people's prices or their workers' pay, I think, anyways. Once they became more profitable, once they launched their own delivery service, I think they caved to public pressure right now to do it before, but it was stupid because right now it's not nearly as cost effective as what they were going to make more money before. You see what I'm saying? Like, if they would have waited to launch their own delivery service, then they would have naturally been able to raise their wages. But I think in this case, they just squeezed their profits to raise somebody's wages. Does that make sense?
No, I just like to watch you squirm. Kelly, can I get your input?
It makes sense. I just don't know if that's
the right or wrong.
Yeah,
no,
it's a good theory.
I think. Well, what I'm saying is, I think it's good that they raised wages. I don't think people that.
There's your boy.
Yeah, Bernie Sanders. Mm-hmm. Hey, he wasn't arguing for the wrong thing. He just thinks that the government should be able to tax somebody like Jeff Bezos. And the problem is, it's not that guy's fault. He created something that's amazing.
Yeah.
In capitalism, you're going to have people. You're going to have Mark Zuckerberg's. Excuse me. You're going to have Elon Musk's. You're going to have Jeff Bezos's, and yeah, they're going to become trillionaires, and they're going to download their brains into computers, and they're going to move to Mars, and they're going to take over planets. And you know what? They created a whole lot of people's good well-being by giving them wages and this and that. So I don't know.
So what you're saying is there are the haves and there are the have-nots. They're the people that provide for us, and we should be
who doesn't have anything because of Jeff Bezos.
We should be thankful for him and worship him, is what you're saying.
No.
I
That's
didn't
what
get. I didn't get
that's
that
what
at
I
all.
heard.
No,
No, that's what I heard.
He gets no help by the federal government, and what he sells, he makes money on. That's I'm fine with. That's the way it should work. That's why I don't want the government in anything. That's why I'm so libertarian, is because the answer is always, well, let those two people figure it out. Except in cases.
I'm calling you a liar here on whatever we're doing.
The real fake news.
The real fake
fake
news. Yeah.
We have a brand new news desk. Maybe we should break that out.
I
We could
feel like we
have
need
a good
to.
dynamic here. That would be good.
Fun fact: I helped you guys glue that on.
Oh yeah, you did.
You guys
She was
forgot.
here for this, so I'm going to do a quick spin
She's got
here.
sweat equity into it.
I do.
Sweat
I'm
equity.
in it.
Yeah, they're going to get a little bit behind the scenes look here.
Oh, this is going to show people what really the green screen does. See, look at that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That's the desk
Mega
right
desk.
there.
That is not
That's
just a
it.
desk. That is mega desk.
It's like 80 feet long.
Yeah, you can't see the perspective. See, it looks like there's a background there, but there's not. That wall is
Why don't I
several
get
miles
perspective?
deep. Several
Let me
miles.
go back there. Give me
Okay.
5 minutes. I'll be right back.
We're gonna
He's-
finally get to see Chase on screen. What a time!
Now we're watching this in fast motion right here. So what seems to be only taking seconds is taking actually hours.
Yeah, fast motion.
So for those of you out there who if anything looks incorrect, it's probably your monitors or your rate. But yeah, he's moving
He's like the Flash.
100 frames per second.
Hi, guys.
Exactly.
Yep. So
That
fast.
was terrible. That was absolutely.
The world just saw you.
He should have done the stair thing where it looked like he was walking down.
He should have done the floss.
the floss.
The dance. You know, guys don't know
Got
the
up on the
floss?
table and.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, there we go.
Why didn't you do that?
I didn't hear the idea out there when it was.
Next week.
Next week, Chase
Next
does the floss.
X-rated RoboCop.
Okay.
Okay, so we could probably. I think that's a good wrap up right there.
All right. If you like the show and you want to subscribe, we're available on a lot of different avenues this week. This time, we're available on iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube, Twitch, and anywhere else podcasts are available.
I don't know. I never listened to you guys when you tell that part. I just assumed you're getting it done. So.
Well, Patrick's in another town now, so it's beholden to me to do it. So, yes, iTunes,
How come we not just
iTunes, Spotify. Oh, by the way, Spotify is what all the kids use to
all the
Spotify
kids
for sure.
Did you just
Spotify.
say all the kids?
All the kids
Cool
use it
kids.
for podcasts. No, everybody, old people knew it for music, but for podcasts, that's the thing
Yep.
we're ranking up on. So podcasts out there, listen to us on Spotify. iTunes is always good. Give us reviews out there. If you didn't know, and maybe you didn't know this, you need enough reviews on iTunes to be able to become legitimate. So we have a
Okay.
few reviews, but reviews out there always help. And just the feedback on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and whatever.
Yeah.
Talk to you next week. I'm Kyle.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Kelly.